So I'm doing a live video for everyone this month because it makes it easier with the uploading process. So if there's any weird bloopers, please forgive me. Okay, so welcome to my channel, Arcana Rising. My name is Colleen, and this is a reading for the month of February for Aries sun, moon, and rising signs. So I'm going to be doing a short tarot reading with some oracle information as well for Aries in this video. I will not be doing personal readings in these, so please do not ask. Okay, I really hope I don't have to repeat myself with that, but I have a feeling that I will just because I said that. You know how you like kind of jinx yourself when you do that? Okay, so anywho, I want to go over a couple things before we get started. I'm going to be offering, or I am offering, a deal for the month of February for love and relationship readings. They are written readings that I will email to you, and it's only $22. So if you go in the information below where it says book a reading, click on that and just scroll down a little bit. You'll see love and relationship readings right there, and it will prompt you through the process of payment and providing your email for me, and I will get that over to you within like 24, maybe 48 hours, but most likely within the same day. If not, I will email you and I will let you know. But make sure that if you have a question, you add that in there also. But I will ask anyway, just in case you don't provide me with a question. Anywho, so the other thing I want to bring up is that this month I'm also doing a workshop in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you live in that area, please sign up. I will add that to the link at the end of this video as well. And there's a deal for couples coming together as well. It's at Terra Soul Sanctuary. That's a yoga studio in Wilmington, and they're fabulous. I love them. And I'm going to be giving away tarot decks with the workshop. We're going to be talking about the Lovers card in depth. We're going to be learning some spreads on how to read the cards for relationship-based questions. And what else are we going to do? We're going to be doing lots of lovey-dovey stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll get to practice with people that are there as well. So it's a lot of fun. Okay. So, speaking of which, I got the tarot decks that I had ordered for everyone for the workshop in the mail. So I thought that I would use it this time around, so you guys get to see how they work if you are interested in attending. And if you are watching this and you're like, man, I wish you would come to my town, definitely shoot me a message or a comment and tell me where you would love for me to travel to, and I will look into your area and see if I can make that happen, either this year or, you know, coming up. I am pregnant, so I will admit that. I'm pregnant and I'll be having a baby at the end of June, so it might not be right away, but, you know, it's good to get some plans going. Okay, all right, Aries, thanks for listening to me for a little bit there. So we're going to be using this tarot Rider-Waite deck. It's actually with the artwork by, what's her name, Pamela Coleman-Smith, the original artist for the tarot. And I'm also using the Romance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle here for a little bit, so just get yourself centered. We have the new moon tomorrow in Aquarius, So I feel like that's adding a little bit of flavor to this reading as well for you guys. So I'm just shuffling the cards and we're getting centered. So just bear with me for a few minutes. Get yourself comfortable, get your tea, or your coffee, or your whiskey, whatever. It's Sunday, so Sunday fun day. For those that can drink, I'll live vicariously through you. Okay, I'm going to keep shuffling. That was a bunch of cards. So basically, like when I shuffle, I just intuitively tap in and I just keep shuffling until a card jumps out or like randomly flips over. But if I get like a large chunk, like there's like a bunch here, like 6 cards here, I'll put it back in. Because I only need 1. I don't need 6. So that's a little tidbit for those that are interested in learning the tarot. Okay, so there's one. We just need one more. Thank you. Perfect. And then I'm just going to pull one card for the Romance Oracle deck later on in the reading. I will say that this month feels like a getting down to business kind of month. When I was tuning in to your energy, Aries, that was one thing that was really coming up for me, for you. And then also I got, I just wrote it down, that's why I'm looking over here. Challenges and changes. Testing your ability to adapt to change and staying grounded. Felt very important this month. We have very airy energy this month, it feels. So air with fire kind of makes things feel bigger and bigger and bigger. So we have to learn how to adjust as that energy expands. So it doesn't kind of like get out of control, you know what I mean? So that's something to really pay attention to this month. Okay. So I feel like in the beginning of the month, I'm hearing getting things in order. Getting things in order feels very important at the beginning of the month here. And it feels like if you haven't seen yet, you can check out your yearly overview reading as well, which is on my page. It feels in general that this year is very spiritually transformational for Aries. So that's something to really keep in mind, because it feels like I'm feeling like a need for order in the beginning of the month so that I can stay in tune spiritually. I feel like that's something that's pretty important. We do have a major arcana card here, the Hierophant. And this talks about unity, coming together. And then also with the number 5, it suggests change. So I feel like things are going to be shifting in partnerships or, partnerships of all kinds, like marriages, business partnerships, things of that nature. But it's definitely calling for order, making sure that like you're not getting ahead of yourself while these shifts are occurring, and then also staying in tune with the spiritual aspects of the self, because the Hierophant is like the priest, basically, who enforces spirituality, enforces, you know, the religious aspects of the self, when you come together with another person for the purpose of unity, obviously. And this definitely feels like it makes sense just because we have the new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, and the new moon in Aquarius is very much about, Aquarius in general is very future thinking and very community based, you know, looking towards the future and like seeing how we can bring things together by coming together. You know what I mean? Let's make sense of the way that things are by working with each other to make, you know, to make things better for our future. I hope that makes sense. So I feel like that's really important. So there's lots of shifts occurring for the purpose of working together to create something bigger. That was a lot. That was a lot of words. I hope that made sense for you. Okay. And then we have the Justice card, 11. And this feels, you know, the word karmic always comes up when I see the Justice card. And it feels like we're getting things in order in the beginning of the month because something comes along that challenges us, you know, morally speaking. There's something comes along to challenge us to see if we are in tune with our values, in tune with our, you know, our personal moral beliefs and our moral structure, to see if we're doing what is right to get us closer to where we need to be. So there's a little challenge here. There's lots of truth coming through as well. And it feels like it's for the purpose of breaking through something major, if that makes sense. So there's a breaking through. So there's like the testing your ability to adapt to change, that message that came up before I brought those cards. So so I feel like it's important to have yourself really in alignment and really in tune with your intuition and what your needs really are, so that when something comes along towards the second week or the, you know, towards the middle of the month that challenges you, you know how to approach it in a way that is fair for all, and most especially yourself. We have the Six of Pentacles as well. And this is interesting. We have the scales in both the Six of Pentacles and in the Justice card. They're both holding the scales. So this is all about keeping things balanced and fair for everyone. So this feels very, very Aquarian. Very like, you know, balancing the needs of everyone for, you know, like communal peace, you know what I mean? And doing what's fair for everyone so everyone benefits, basically. So I feel like that's something that's really coming up for you this month. What is fair for everyone? What is fair for everyone? Balancing your energy with the giving and receiving is really important, especially if you are desiring more abundance coming into your life this month. It's important that you're balancing the giving with the desire for receiving, because that's the only way. This is how the universe really works. Like, the more you give, the more you're gonna get. And there's like that balance energetically that just has to naturally occur. So if you're constantly just like sticking your hand out, like, what do you got for me? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? It's gonna run out. You know what I mean? So you have to balance it by offering to others. And, the other way around. Maybe you are giving a lot of your time and energy to someone or something, and you're not really getting anything in return or feeling fulfilled from that situation. So that's really something that you have to pay attention to as well. How can you find the balance so that it's fair for the both of you? And like reassessing the situation to adjust it for the both of you. And then we have another 5 here, another card calling for change. So there's a lot of conflict in how to bring things together. So I feel like this is definitely a month of learning how to work with others. I'm sorry, we have the 5 of Wands. This is definitely like, how can we work with others so that everyone benefits? Like, what can we achieve together, and how can we make this fair for everyone involved? And what's the best way to get to where we want to get to? Really listening to the energy and the advice of other people, and being willing to offer your advice in the process. I feel like all of this is really important this month. It's really interesting, like February in general for everyone feels like this is where the challenges kind of come in a little bit, but also it's for the purpose of getting down to business, for the purpose of like setting the groundwork for what's coming. You know what I mean? Like, let's work out the kinks now so that, when the rest of the year comes, we're just like sailing through. So, sorry, there's a really loud plane flying overhead. Okay, thanks. So, like, we used to live in Pennsylvania, and we moved the last place that we moved almost next door to a firehouse that constantly was like playing that siren super loud at the firehouse. Oh my gosh. And I can't wait to get out of here. So when we moved to North Carolina, and we also didn't know this when we moved in, but we are in the the direct line of like where all the planes fly overhead. Like, really? So, whatever. That's just a little funny thing about my life. All right. So, staying spiritually aligned, staying morally aligned, working with others to, find the perfect balance so that we can find what's the most fair for everyone involved, for the purpose of generating more abundance in our lives. And then, continuing to work through working with others and building something together that feels very challenging. There is a potential for some mild conflicts in how we can go, how we can approach the final results of what we're trying to bring together. Do you know what I mean? So there's some challenges. These guys it's like, are you trying to build something here? Or are you just fighting? Are they fighting, or are they building like a house or something like that? So there's lots of challenges here. But, everyone has, even though there's conflicts here, like, you're all here for the same reason, because you all want the end result to be a certain way. You know what I mean? But generally all the same. But you just have your own, like, mild tweaks to how, we should get there. You know what I mean? So, just being cautious with how you are approaching group setting situations this month, being open to hearing the advice of others and not like totally overtaking everything, especially as like, you know, what I was saying with that air and that fire energy, you know, really igniting. You're going to really want to do lots of great things this month. And then towards the end of the month, around the 20th, we get into the Virgo full moon, and then we get into Pisces. So it's more dreamy, a little bit unorganized also. Well, I mean, with the Pisces energy, but like Virgo is like, let's make this work. So there's a lot of stuff to really work through mentally, definitely in the beginning of the month. So it's really important that you stay grounded and stay connected with your intuition and your spiritual self. So do whatever you can to support your spirit in the beginning of the month, because towards the middle and ending, you're going to be working through a lot of stuff like, how can we make this fair for everyone before things start to get a little bit too kooky and messy, you know what I mean? And, you know, there's always a potential for some conflicts and, you know, messiness, but it works itself in the end. It works itself out in the end. I don't really feel like this is super intense. Like, I don't feel like these conflicts are going to result in nothing happening, you know what I mean? It's just like everyone has to be willing to hear the like the perspective of the other person. I mean, this is Wands, fiery energy, but just being willing to hear other people's perspectives before trying to force yours on everyone. You know what I mean? And then, you know, what is fair for everyone? What is fair? You know, look to the scales this month. Definitely. Keeping things balanced. Okay. So, we've got the tarot worked out. We've got our message. Let's see what's going on with the romance cards. I'm just going to pull one for the month. Ooh, and it jumped right out. Okay, good. So that's positive. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So it feels like there's definitely going to be some space this month. And I feel like it's more so in the beginning of the month, where there's this spaciousness for the two of you, because we have, I mean, obviously honeymoon, this is for couples. You know, we've got two people on a relaxing boat ride. The water is really calm, you know, and in the beginning of the month, we're working with two people in a spiritual space. And, you know, there is the spiritual person overseeing the two. So we have an angel here overseeing the couple during this time. And we have this priest here, you know, overseeing these two as they come together. So that feels like this is when the energy is really important to pay attention to. So the beginning of the month is a time for you and a significant other, which could be romantic or this could be a friendship. You know, connecting with somebody that is important to you feels important this month, and they help you to open up spiritually, as well as you helping them to open up spiritually, so you benefit with each other. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, you know, allowing yourself to have fun during this time, really make the most of the beginning of the month, because it feels like towards the end of the month, it's like, all right, let's get down to business. You know what I mean? Let's work out the kinks. And this, you know, this time together could be about, you know, that's when you are challenged with how can we keep things fair, you know what I mean, between me and you, you know what I mean? And then it's like pouring that lesson out into other aspects of your life, including whatever it is that you're trying to build together or build with other people. But I have a feeling that towards the end of the month, it's more about expanding that idea with other people as opposed to just the two of you. But there is learning to be had in the beginning of the month through enjoying the present moment. So spiritual alignment, staying in the present moment, helping each other to stay present, you know, working through that, because then that's when some challenges come in with like, how can we keep things balanced? You know, so when you come from a place of openness and alignment and groundedness, it's easier for you to really see some true solutions to those concerns. Okay, Aries, so that is your reading for the month of February 2019. I really truly hope that you enjoyed this reading. I send you so much love, and I will speak to you soon. Thanks so much. Have a great month, and happy Valentine's Day. Take care.